Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Florida Bandmasters Association Summer Convention. I am Randy Folsom. I'm the president of Florida Bandmasters Association, and I want to give a special welcome to the members of the ASBDA. Welcome to Florida. I'd also like to recognize, she is in attendance, their president of ASBDA. This is Cindy Swan-Egan. Cindy? And also their convention coordinator, Joe Lukauer, our FMEA president. This convention marks the second year of a 3-year series. Last year we focused on pedagogy, concentrating on the way we teach our students the fundamentals of instrumental performance. This year we move on to the subject of artistry, and I hope that these 2 days will shed some new light or reinforce the ideas that you have regarding musicianship of your ensemble. Following today's keynote address, as you can see, we will hear a concert from the University of Central Florida Wind Ensemble, with the conductor, Michael Barassi. We are fortunate to have as our keynote speaker Dr. John Whitwell, Director of Bands Emeritus at Michigan State University. Prior to his distinguished career at MSU, he has taught at the secondary level in the state of Michigan. He also held positions at Stephen F. Austin and Abilene Christian Universities. His bands have been featured at numerous national and international conferences, and he maintains an active schedule as clinician and conductor. Dr. Whitwell also maintains an active schedule as clinician and conductor internationally and nationally. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, and we're proud to have you with us, Dr. John Whitwell.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. It's great to be with you this morning. Is this microphone on? This is? Okay, good. It's a great honor to be back in Florida and to have the ASBDA here as well is a double honor for me as an ASBDA member. It's a great honor. I want to thank past President Mark Spreen of the Florida Bandmasters Association and Dwayne Hinden, the Executive Director of the Florida Bandmasters Association, for this invitation. My high school band director was Mac Carr, and some of you may be so young that you don't remember the name Mac Carr. He was a president of the National ASBDA. I moved to Michigan from Tennessee in the summer of 1951 and went to my first parade ever and saw the first band ever in my life. And it was a life-changing experience. It was the River Rouge High School Band, downriver Detroit, directed by Mac Carr. Mac Carr became my band director and my private teacher and a life-changing figure. I would be someone else, somewhere else today had it not been for him. Today I want to talk to you about some observations I have, having taught for 41 years and now being retired for 4 years, about some observations that I've made about our profession. I think that as a band conductor, is this one still on also? Is that better? No, okay. Okay. We tend to have the attitude that if you want it done right, do it yourself. That's an evil, evil attitude. Lose it if you have it, because it keeps all good things from happening. So today I want to talk to us about getting other people to do things that they can do, which frees us up to do the more important things like figuring out the artistry that we often say, I would love to get to the artistry, but they're playing wrong notes. I have to get to the athletic budget. I have to get to all the craft of teaching my students in order to someday hope to get to the artistry. It doesn't work that way. That was a major journey for me and revelation that I had to do artistry from the beginning, just like you do tuning. You don't put off tuning until the 8th grade. You don't put off rhythm until the 9th grade. We juggle all those things at one time. So making time for that and figuring out is what I want to talk about today. So I really want to start from the end and then work my way back to the beginning. H. Robert Reynolds, one of my mentors from the University of Michigan, had a saying. He has many that are profound. One of them was, do only the things that only you can do. Do only the things that only you can do. So I want to talk about some things that I think only you and I can do in the classroom. We do not want to delegate these things. First of all is to develop the curriculum. We all have a personal stake and some different ideas about what the curriculum should be, and that's our job. We don't want to delegate someone in a state office somewhere or a curriculum coordinator in our local district to do the curriculum. No one else can pick our literature. That is our curriculum. That's how we teach the curriculum, is through the pieces we choose to play. I see a lot of young teachers today who pander to their students' lack of taste. One of the things we do least well is to pick good music. And we say, oh, that soft, slow piece, my students won't like that. You know, their first reaction might be, I don't like that. But you have to invest in the process, invest in the students, invest in quality. What if English teachers said, I don't think my students are going to love reading the classics. Why don't I let them choose what they want to read? That would be malpractice. So don't pander to the students' lack of experience and taste. Invest in them. If you are passionate, and I'm passionate about good music, you know what? The students are going to be passionate too, because they invest in us. They trust us. So no one can do that for us. No one else can figure out how to teach music history in theory in the rehearsal process and not tell them that we're doing it. When you play a Baroque piece, you talk about Bach. 1685 to 1750. You talk about polyphony, and every part is a melody. And we listen for which part of the melody of yours is most important and bring it out. If we just do that regularly, then we're recycling a body of great information which helps one to become musically educated. No one else can balance the components of our program: concert, marching, jazz, chamber music, etc. You don't want someone to tell you what that percentage is. We want to do that ourselves. A lot of people let that happen by default. They inherit a program and there's old inertia and it just keeps going. No one can study our scores for us and prepare for rehearsals. I used to, at Michigan State, feel like I was so busy that I wanted to call in a favorite doctoral student and say, could you study these scores for me? And just give me the Cliff Note version. Can't be done. You cannot delegate that. William D. Ravelli used to talk about that rehearsals are like going to visit the doctor. It's a three-part process. You observe, diagnose, and prescribe. If we do an incomplete process, it's like going to the doctor and he says, you are really sick. That'll be $50. And we do rehearsals like that. We say, that's terrible, do it again. No one can plan that part of the process but us. No one can start and end the rehearsal and create an atmosphere but us. Have you ever done a rehearsal that ended badly, the bell rings and you think, oh no. And maybe it's on Friday. They have to live with that all weekend. I mean, we've all had that happen, but that's part of the process.